Sup, Devils? J-Dog back to answer some more goddamn questions. And we got a couple paid ones to go over that you guys fucking hate, but too motherfucking bad. Only got two of them. First one is from Adam Harrison. Paid question. Says, brah, why can't I pre-sale the new Cemetery Urn vinyl instead of buying this album twice? Well, I don't know what you mean by buying it fucking twice. It's first as a digital download and then later as a vinyl when it's released. Death to Posers, Adam Harrison. I mean, because the vinyl's just not out yet. Now, the thing is like, yeah, like a little inside business behind the scenes talk is I personally hated how a lot of our releases come out. It should be vinyl, CD, and cassette at the same time. Some of that's fucking operator error, in my goddamn opinion, as far as people not getting shit done on time. But also, too, is yeah, it's because there's a difference in timing. Like, for example, if you press a vinyl, send the vinyl at the same time, the CD and the cassette, the vinyl's gonna be done last because it takes much longer for them to press vinyl than a CD. A CD turnaround time is, I mean, back in the good old days, it was like 2 to 3 weeks. Now it might be 4 or 5 weeks, but it's not very long. As opposed to vinyl is always, generally speaking, like when vinyl plants were kicking ass, the general turnaround time, like kicking ass, like they're cranking, goddamn it, would be like 8 weeks. Um, Kind of like, shit, that sucks, but was a normal was 12 weeks. I think they're on those time frame now, back on those time frames, maybe 12 weeks, something. 12 weeks sounds about right. But what it is, yeah, I think a lot of shit's getting submitted at the same time or delays and shit like that. But it's like, no, what needs to be done is planned. Send the vinyl in fucking first, and do the math, CD and shit like that. So they come out at the same time. Hold off and release all three formats. Honestly, it should be all three formats plus the album shirt all at the same time. But it's out of my goddamn hands. I've expressed my opinion 10 million fucking times. Why it can't happen is who knows. So, but I know. So the vinyl is coming out. The CD is out. We officially have the CDs. We have the cassettes. So if you want that in the new Cemetery Urn, yeah, I thought it was really good. I listened to it, and my favorite albums are the first two, but I liked everything they did. My least favorite Cemetery Urn thing was the self-titled. It was still good. I own it, but I thought the album that they did afterwards was a better comeback. I was like, this is more back to task. Everything about the self-titled, I did for the music I liked the least, and even the cover artwork. Cover artwork was didn't have that just the line art drawing and feeling of the well, I guess the first one didn't. Well, the first two didn't. I don't know. It was just my goddamn least fucking favorite. But nonetheless, I still liked it though. But this new one was really good as well. Second question's kind of goddamn fucking funny. Well, not the question's not funny, but how it happened is from Caleb Peacher. It's a paid question as well. It was funny how it's paid. It says, "Hey J Dog, it's Caleb Peacher. Caleb Peacher paid you in person, which he did last night at the show. It was Mulder, Drawn and Quartered, and Fulci. I was at the show just last night, and he's like, "Hey," he walks up to me. You might have never met this guy before. And he's like, "Hey, dude, can I pay you $10 right now?" And then for a paid question, I thought he was like fucking with me, like busting my balls, how people do in the comment section. I was like, I guess. So, well, I was like, "You got my email?" I was like, "Yeah, the Monolith of Death." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "So you just want to pay me now?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, something about she does dick around PayPal or whatever. Just pay your cash now. I said, I'll email you. He actually did, because usually when I hear that shit, grant nobody's come up and asked me to do a pay question the first time for that, which is pretty fucking cool. Just when people tell me anything, but over this, "Hey, can you do this? You want to do that? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna email you." I'm like, "No, you're not, bro." And they don't. So I'm always surprised when they fucking do. So he did. He paid me us. Lizzie, what do you want? Check this shit out. So, but it's the only goddamn kitty you devils have never seen on camera. Only one that's ever showed. The fucking old goddamn geezer of the house. Wait, Lizzie? So that's Lizzie, old as fuck. And she's in here. This actually, I think this is the first time she's ever been here. She's always hanging out in the basement or sleeping in our bed. But I brought her up here before I did this because fucking goddamn it, man. Bastard this guy always kicking the dog when he's down. Like I need any more goddamn responsibilities. Is as of last week, maybe 10 days now, Took her to the vet, knew something was fucking wrong, but she's only gone to the vet like one other time in her life. She's always never had problems ever. Always been really, really good. But now we have to fucking give her goddamn shots of insulin twice a day. When I say we, aka me. So in the morning I got to give her a fucking shot of insulin, and then in the evening a shot of fucking insulin because yeah, her fucking blood sugars were through the goddamn fucking roof. Which is never had a cat that had that fucking problem. But all her other blood markers actually look really good, which is kind of surprising because she's like probably I got her. It was my buddy Dan Murrow kind of found her in Cleveland, and he, he pulled this. Hey, can you watch her? I'm going out of town. Sure. She became mine, but it all worked out, and that was shit. That was probably about 12, 13 years ago, and he just found her on the street. So we didn't know her age, but we predicted she was no less than 1 years old, probably 2 years old. So she's got to be 13 to 15 years old. So total fucking geezer. Anyway, like I said, I've never showed her on camera before because she's never in here. But I brought her in here to give her a shot because I knew I had to get some stuff done and just grabbed her. And she does not like him either, although she's pretty damn good about it. Although she just squirms around a little bit, but she doesn't hiss or bite or claw. She just doesn't want to do it. So, anyways, back to this guy's goddamn fucking question. He's probably like, that's not what the fuck I asked, dog. Fucking up my goddamn question. He's like, so yeah, paid. He's like, good to see you at the show. Wondering what you thought of Fulci? Question mark. Because Fulci was the headlining band last night. Get to that in a second. It was less homeboy than I expected. Second, well, I guess I'll answer that fucking first. Fulci was so I never heard them. But people have asked me on the channel multiple times. I'm like, yeah, what's the deal with this goddamn band? So Italian brutal death metal band that I've heard multiple times, and a couple people said to me last night too. Yeah, the people like they blowing up. They sound they're like a Mortician ripoff. Sound like the Tish. All right, cool. They go on. Don't sound anything like the fucking Tish. I'm like, what are these bozos talking? And then people are like, oh, well, because the horror themes and the movie samples. I'm like, all right, musically they don't sound like the goddamn Tish. So stop. Get that Tish lingo out of your goddamn mouth. Tape on that mouth shut. I mean, literally. I mean, it was an enjoyable listen, but to me, it was like when I hear bands like that, it's nothing against them. I was entertained. I thought their whole backdrop with the fucking with the horror samples and shit was cool. I just question like why is like this particular band blowing up over other death metal bands? For example, Mulder was the opening band. Mulder smoked them. I can tell you that right now. Absolutely smoked them. Those guys left in body bags. But Fulci's bigger. And my question is just why? Because when I listen to it, it's like bands that pop to my head. I'm like, Suffocation, bing, Devourment, bing, and a little bit more even slammy parts than that, even those bands kind of had some slam. A little bit more of that, and then a little bit more just standard brutal death metal. It was like, I've heard this a million times. It's not bad. I enjoyed it. Songs seemed decent. Uh, Vocals were like a little bit, a pinch more guttural than a Frank Mullen, but very suffocationist, Frank Mullen style of vocals, but just a pinch more guttural. Tons apart. I'm like, this sounds like Suffocation. Tons apart. Oh, here's a Devourment riff. And what did I fucking tell you? Dude, by fucking the early 90s and, the late 90s and early 2000s, when the brutal shit was still fresh and still had the magic and bands still had their own sound and originality, even then, you can hear in a lot of the bands, like let's say Mortal Decay. Watch out for that Sickening Erotic Fanaticism LP coming out on Hells, goddammit. Even in that, I'm not saying that sounds like Suffocation, but you could definitely hear the Suffocation influence in it. Suffocation was a very common band. Do you want up, Grandma, or what? Shut the fuck up. You're disturbing the goddamn vids. What do you want? Come on. Come on up. You're no stranger to it. You shy on camera? Suffocation was already a heavily worshipped band by then. As a matter of fact, I remember guys like fucking Dave from fucking Manicore Void Meditation Cult. Him reciting the times in the 90s where he got more into like black metal and stopped paying attention to death metal because he's like, dude, he's like by 91, 92, 93, he's like, everybody wanted to sound like fucking Butchered at Birth and fucking Effigy of the Forgotten. He's like, as soon as those came out, everybody was just ripping those off. He's like, so it just became dumb. Fast forward even more years then, who did I say everybody else is fucking ripping off, dude? Devourment. Devourment. There was tons of parts. I'm like, this sounds like Devourment. This sounds like Devourment. What did I say multiple times on this channel? By 2005, yeah, I'd say '05. That's when I stopped. I never officially stopped paying attention to the brutal specific shit, bro. But it was like I stopped paying way less attention. I'm like, this shit all sounds like the main bands they rip off. Devourment, Disgorge California, Cock and Ball Torture. It was just annoying. I was like, these guys, it's just all recycled fucking bullshit. Fast forward, get the Fulch. I'm like, it's another 2005 band. I was like, it's pretty good. I'm entertained. It's basically bands like Fulci is what I would prefer when I go to a goddamn party. When I go to a goddamn party and someone's going to have background tunes on that are something like I don't know, or if it's just to break the silence, put on Fulci. I'd much rather hear that than some dumbass Van Halen, some dumbass Rush, some dumbass ZZ Top, some dumbass Nazareth. Don't need to hear some geezer fucking dad rock. Death metal for me is like my comfort goddamn music. That's what I like in the background. Just something like, it doesn't have to be something I would necessarily buy, but I don't want something that fucking sucks. For me, that's what I prefer. I don't go to shit and like I want to listen. Let's put on the radio. That is my goddamn radio. Even a background death metal listen, a background black metal listen. If it's something that's not jamming, that's what Fulci is for me. But I could see why someone would enjoy it. But I'm just saying, I'm like, dude. I mean, to me, any of the people that think Fulci is like, oh my god, these guys are fucking goated, great, love them. There's nothing wrong with that, but that screams to me this person is very young and out of the loop and don't know the classics. I'm like, because I was like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, this has been done a million times. Like, I don't know. I've heard this many times. So that's my review on it. But yeah, it was I was entertained, you know. So the secondly, what he fucking says. Second, do you think death metal will ever be popular enough to have a band like Cannibal in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Finally, have you ever heard of Deterioration? Is that the an older band? Yeah, I know the name. I think I can recognize even covers, but I don't think I ever officially listened to it, or I did, and I thought nothing of it. Anyway, see you at Mushroom Head Halloween show next year. Oh yeah, dog will be at the head, no problem. Fucking front row, goddamn sidewars cap and all. Um, no, I don't think Cannibal, somebody that like a death metal band, will ever hit the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I say that because number one, I hope it never fucking happens. Number two, didn't it take like correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember hearing for years, like in recent years too. Well, it's not recent to the 19-year-olds because fucking 2 years ago, then it's like back in 2019. Fucking give me a fucking break, bro. Remember that shit like it was yesterday. So I hear like, yeah, I got into this in 2019. I'm like, so last month? I mean, like, what the fuck are you talking about? So you're brand new. Got it. Um, I remember in recent times, Ozzy was bitching, or at least I heard that he was bitching that about all these other bands being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that Ozzy Osbourne wasn't in there. So if it took years, fucking whatever, damn near 40 years for Ozzy to finally get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't see Cannibal getting in there ever if that's the fucking case. What I can see happening is that this goddamn Twincore shit that eventually in 15, 20 years getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and people being like, mistaking again, even on a larger level than they already do, mistaking that for death metal and be like, oh no, dude, like when you go around, for example, if I remember in a conversation with an auto looper, but they kind of want to listen, kind of want to get educated, I always refer to, I was like, Cannibal Corpse, just like, dude, come on, if you haven't even heard of them, then you definitely don't know what death metal is. And I just state, I was like, that's the biggest death metal band in the world, as far as by popularity standards. So what'll be annoying is once you start using a line like that in 20 years, people are like, no, it's not. It's fucking Chelsea Grin, bro. They're the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That Twincore shit ain't death metal, brah. That's poser ass, non-music fan, ear gauged listening, fucking crab walking, douche canoe, jumping up and down at a fucking show, poser shit. Mainstream, what was shoved down my throat? What's every the bands are listening, fucking guys? Listeners, that's what it is. Non-music fans, guys that don't collect vinyl, guys that are fucking just have no passion for this. It's just a casual listen on their goddamn their iPhone digital download. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just when it gets, I want to make it clear that I'm not hating on that stuff. Well, I kind of am, but it's I actually don't hate on it. What I'm saying is I'm just trying to make a division because it gets blurred in the lines with the with this stuff that I'm so passionate and love, and it's like it's not the same thing, dude. I'm just kind of trying to correct it. Just like, for example, if somebody was very passionate about fucking country or whatever, and they may not hate like the quote unquote poser country, what's out there. From what I understand, isn't like Garth Brooks and shit considered like the poser country compared to like Johnny Cash and stuff? I don't know. I don't really know that world. The same thing. I don't think they walk around as elitists or gatekeepers. It's just like they just correct it. Like, no, dude, don't fucking blaspheme what I'm very passionate about by these casual fucking Nashville douchebag fucking belt buckle guys who aren't actual country fans, don't actually love this style of music. They just like this poser ass commercial country. From what I understand, that exists in that scene too. Rap too. There's the hardcore rap, and there's like, dude, there's the commercial rap. It's in all scenes. So it's not that I'm hating. It's not that I dislike a person because they like that silly ass, pussy ass, pansy ass, pink panty wearing, non manhood fucking music, Twincore. But it's like it definitely rubs me the wrong way and it irritates me when it gets put in the same realm, the word death metal, as fucking sadistic intent. It's like, you fucking kidding me, dude? They ain't even the same league. They ain't even the same goddamn sport. So get lost with that fucking lingo. So damn straight, I'm going to correct them on the goddamn spot. Next goddamn question is from Jacob Lay. It's a non-paid question, so suck a dick for all you haters on the goddamn paid question. Oh wait, I have a question. Does Hell's mascot have a name? I've always wondered that. I love my Hell's shirts too. Later, Brotown. We never officially gave him a name. Last I said that, I said to Eric at AKA Easy E. I think it was at Milwaukee because people were asking me there, what's his name? And what did he say? He's like, never gave him one, but it's they thought it was common sense. Metal guy, or he didn't say that. It was something fucking cooler than that. I don't know. He had something up his sleeve. That he's just like, oh, I don't know. I just figured he'd be called this. And I'm like, oh, I didn't figure any. I was like, honestly, I just never thought about it. It never even crossed my mind. But it's funny because like I always thought like people always ask because I've had multiple people ask like who in the Hell's infomercial who dressed up as the the Hell's Demon guy and or who wears it in the shirts and shit like that. People always asking or what's his name. I've been asked that many times. This is even before I do the channel. I've been asked that. And I was just like, my thing is kind of like, I don't know, it's not me. And who like kind of like, that's a silly question. Like, who cares? But I find myself like when I watch the Head Split Records promo on YouTube, the commercial, infomercial, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I kind of thought myself the same thing. The skeleton guy with the glasses, which I thought was fucking hilarious. He's got the voiceover tones are hilarious. His voice. I wonder, I was like, yeah, is that Dylan? I was like, I assume it is, but it's funny because when I see him next, I'll probably ask him the same thing. Was that you, dude? so I guess now I get it. I'm like, I'm kind of curious, Robert Green in the goddamn house. There's a restaurant in Texas called Deathmetal Pizza. My kind of place. Got super excited to check it out. I would too. But when I went in there, they were playing Kill Switch Engage. Dude, this is what I'm talking about, goddammit. Bunch of posers, question mark? Posers / out of the loopers. Should they change the name to Twincore Pizza? Absolutely should change the goddamn name to Twincore Pizza. See, that is my only goddamn problem. All of you dumb fuck, goddamn out of the loop, head up your ass, pansy ass fucking, he's a goddamn elitist, goddamn gatekeeper. Fucking dumb motherfuckers in the comment section. It's not about that when I call it this fucking Twincore. It's exactly shit like this. Death Metal Pizza. I'm thinking, fuck yeah. I'm walking in there, and there's going to be goddamn fucking cannibal, suffocation, immolation, sadistic intent blasting out of those almighty fucking speakers. Feeds of flesh trading pieces on the almighty fucking none, of course. Death by the Dead on repeat. No question about that, goddammit. Every one of that motherfuckers knows who Repulsion is. You walk in there, you see a Repulsion Horrified shirt. Naturally, of course, goddammit. None of this who's Cryptic Slaughter. Granted, that's like crossover shit like that, but just real goddamn metal. Real metal, goddammit. That's what I expect to see. Fucking maybe goddamn pepperoni shaped like Glenn Benton's head, right? That's what I expect to see when I see death metal fucking pizza. I go in there and it's Chelsea Grizz, Kill Switch Engage, System of a Down, yo fucking bullshit, jumping up and down, canoe ass poser shit. I'm gonna call it out because you're using our term, what we live by, our lifestyle, right on the back of this shirt, dark sadistic death metal. That's the kind of shit I'm into. You're using our language, man. You're using our genre name. You're putting it, you're slapping on something. That's literally like, to me, it's exact same if you took Johnny Cash, you put it on there, and you said hardcore rap pizza, right? And you got Johnny Cash playing in there. They walk in there, oh, hardcore rap pizza. So all the hardcore rappers are like, fuck yeah, man, yo, gonna walk in there, got that bling on, pants hanging off their ass, fucking way off their ass with the undies. Like, why do you even have pants on, bro? Just walk around your underwear at that goddamn point. Um, They walk in there and they hear Johnny Cash. They hear Garth Brooks, nothing but country. Like, what the fuck canoe ass shit is this, man? Where's the goddamn gangster shit, yo? It's the same fucking thing. You're putting a false advertising. Get these death metal heads in there. Where's the death metal? At this point, do you even have pizza? It's been, what is it? Just fucking burgers? You're false advertising. There's no death metal. I assume there's no pizza. It's probably burgers and tacos. I expect to come in here and hear death metal, see death metal, feel death metal, and see pizza. I got Twincore and I got burgers. I'm fucking leaving. These are some charlatans. False motherfucking advertised. The dog is crazy fucking pissed. So yeah, fuck them and the horse that rode in on. I would go in there, I'd egg that goddamn building and tell them, get that goddamn word death metal off that building or I'm ripping it off, goddammit. Tired of you blaspheming our fucking shit with this poser ass pussy fucking shit. Not the same goddamn thing, not even close. Shouldn't need to be explained. Not one of you dumb motherfuckers owns and listens to Dawn of Possession. So cut the fucking shit, braba. Comments, questions, or anything, nothing to do. Put the comments, can answer Brian early morning. Later, goddammit.